Whew, we made it 9:01, almost on time. Oh my goodness. I was driving home and my van was making the weirdest noise, and I thought, oh, that tire that had a really slow leak is probably all the way down to the rim. But I jumped out and checked it when I parked, and it was still like half inflated. But I made it. Looks like we made it. Dino 1027 is the first to enter the chat. Yes, he is. And now you know the truth. Looks like we made it. There's 2 people here now today. And now there were 3, not including me. Now there were 6 and 7. Looks like we made it. Hello, Tim, and and Dino, and tell me where you're from, everybody. Hi, Kathy. Shout out your hometown, your state, your country, your planet. Texas Ginger. I'm still catching my breath because I ran up the steps to try to make it at 9. I made it right at 9:01. Well, I technically made it at 9, but I was still typing in the name of the video. St. Louis, Missouri. Oh, wow. I miss all of you. Pasco, Washington. Is that Washington or Wisconsin? Yeah, that's Washington, right? Oh, somewhere, is that an Asian country? Batavia, Illinois, the most Eastern European town in all of Illinois. Brown Mills, New Jersey, Wausau, Wisconsin. I always forget where I live. Makes driving home a little bit longer. Florida, Avon Lake, Ohio. I wasn't even sure part 2 loaded. I get the slowest internet speed right now that I can't call for anybody to come and hook up a faster speed. So I'll go to upload something, and it'll be like, it'll take an hour and 20 minutes to upload. Baton Rouge, Louisiana, St. Louis. Hi from Georgia, Rhode Island, Carrollton, Kentucky. We have 2 Carrollton friends. We figured that out. We have Carrollton, Kentucky, and I think it's Carrollton, Texas. I am in my room with my 2 doors. 1, 2. My symbol, my blue rug that I still have rolled up in the corner from the last place I was at. Avondale, Colorado. So I am hoping to get my voice back. I just choked on water on the way here too. I was guzzling some water, and then as I was speeding home, and then all of a sudden I tried to breathe and drink at the same time, and it's still like working its way out. Yeah, I think we're going to continue to talk about different media. I'm seriously getting a stone tumbler. I got in the box today. I got some incredibly beautiful tumbled stones, and I was told they're just scrap stones, but they're beautiful. Like they looked more expensive than really high-end jasper and agates. And so yeah, I'm looking into getting the rock tumbler, and I already had Someone offered to help with that. I did not ask. I was just going to go ahead and see about getting one. So we have rock tumbler. I'm going to make another list. Rock tumbler. And I'm seriously going to try soldering copper. So I got that really heavy copper, even though I tried to manhandle it and it almost killed me. Hello. Aspirate. Well, I'm not very good at aspirating. Apparently, I tried it today. I have to practice more. So rock tumbling, soldering copper, any other. I want to do more epoxy, but that's not something I have to learn because I did it a couple times. But I want to make some epoxy stained glass earrings. That's gonna be super fun. Lima, Peru. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. Peru is that a state or a city? Is that in the Midwest? Polymer clay. We could do polymer clay. Let's see. What else could we do? Yeah, I'm world famous. I'm known in the Midwest and the Southwest. That's pretty much the whole earth. Wenatchee, Washington. Wenatchee, Washington. That's Washington, D.C., right? And I'm known in the Pacific Ocean, apparently. Ooh, Leela just bought a tumbler. I'm just looking back. Okay, let's catch up. So I'm like clearing my throat, trying to get the last of the water out. It's a good thing I didn't do that before entering a store. I would have terrified everybody. So yeah, everybody tell me about a style of art that you have not seen me do, that you would like to see me do, that you might be good at, that you can give tips on. Last time I got so many awesome tips. It was so amazing. And I still have a list of stuff I want to do, but these kits are like taking up all my time, and I can't complain because it's super fun and everything, and I love all the beautiful pieces passing through. But okay, Melissa, let's educate everybody because I obviously know everything, but you can tell the other people, what is a double tumbler? What makes that different from a regular tumbler? Paint pouring, we did that. Go see the videos. If you've seen them already and you want more, I want to do more too, so I don't blame you. Paint pouring is super fun and it's really not that hard at all. I'm writing it down. 2 barrels, like a shotgun. Like, what does 2 barrels do differently than 1 barrel? Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. Choice is not, wouldn't it just be a larger barrel? Is that what it means? Like, I don't understand. Are there two barrels? Like, you put one, or like you put two different things in? Like, you put one product in one and a different product that they're not supposed to touch? Or is a tumbler only able to get to a certain size, in which case it's not as effective if it's too big or too small? So having two of them just means you're running twice as much. Like, I always thought they were just small, medium, large, larger, 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 largest, and then you had the tumblers that were like city size, and they like tumbled skyscrapers and stuff. But maybe they can only get a certain size, and then if you want to go bigger, you just got to have a double one. Okay, so double tumbler for just hold on one more second. I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. Okay. Boho beads with coffee stir straw cores. Okay, costume theory. Tell us about how we do that. Yeah, I don't know how to turn Messenger off, and all these people are messaging me about an earlier thing. I said, here's the kits, be prepared. And like three people were prepared, and the other two answer me hours later. So costume theory, teach us about these boho beads with coffee stir straws. Like, how does that work? I literally have people texting me, "Are you live?" Gee, if only there was a way they could find out. Okay, glue fabric strips yarns around stir straws, then use a thick gauge aluminum wire to add decorative wrap. Oh, okay, so that makes sense. So you're actually like, so you start with it's not a coffee flat stir. It has to be that little straw. So you get the bead part, and then you wrap it with some smushy, gushy stuff, and then at the end you wrap wire, so they're super light, but they have the wire decoration on the outside. Yeah, I haven't watched a Dino video in like a week and a half. I am so overdue. All I do is kits. I wake up, I'm like, I'm gonna do 5 different videos today, and then I get in there and I'm like, but I gotta get these kits ready first. Or a box comes and I'm like, but I want to open this box and see what's in it. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, there's amazing stuff in here. I have to make a kit. So it's like, it's amazing. It's so much fun, but it's like it's tugging away from my ability to get these videos done and do this art. So I need to just hire 5 more people. I have someone else coming. I actually have someone coming to interview tomorrow, so that should be more help. I'm going to be clearing my throat for the next 10 minutes. I still have water coming up because I tried to breathe it earlier. I was trying to add fish to my repertoire. So this is what we have so far for notes for today. I hope that looks right side up to you. It looks right now. It looks backwards to me, and it looks really goofy. I'm not ignoring anybody's comments. If I don't see comments, it's just me. It's just me being me. Just repeat your comments. Lamp work. Okay, how does lamp work? I know I could just Google or YouTube it, but how does where do I see myself in 5 years? I have no idea. I'm more worried about 5 days. In 5 days, I hope to be doing way more videos than I did today, which was almost none. Yeah, if I'm ignoring your comments, I'm probably missing the screen, and you can say like totally insane stuff, and I'll never see it. So, Pazanki eggs, yeah, I did one video with the Pazanki eggs, and then I never did it again because that was my dad's cousin who does that, and I was I was like 5 hours away visiting relatives when she did the workshop. Okay, so you heat glass. How do you heat the glass? With a torch? Like you have a already made bead, right? You have an already made glass bead, and then you heat it with a torch. And then what do you add extra beads and they melt on, or do you add like a special paint or something, and then it cools? Like, because that sounds super fun. Like I want to do that right now. I'm gonna write that down. Lamp work beads. I have to watch all this stuff. I don't even like. That's true. Yeah, if you put up orange crazy mad art, then I'll see your video. I mean, I'll see your comment. I'm really dyslexic tonight. But the rock tumbler, soldering copper, epoxy, paint pouring, lampwork beads. Lampwork beads sounds really fun. Okay, so what do I need for this lampwork beads? Tell me all the stuff I need. I'm definitely not doing glass blowing. Is it like torch? Is it torching? Is it like, because that was really hard too. When the one time I did that, where you take like these long glass rods, and then you hit them with the torch, and they start melting, and then you like add them together, and then you're playing them with these tongs, and you're slowly making this bead, and it's really dangerous because if you hit the heat too fast or too slow, the thing explodes and hot molten shards fly all over the place. Yeah, no, that's terrible. You just described what I just described. That's totally not what I want to do. Oh yeah, no, that's absolutely horrible. No, not gonna do lamp work beads. Let's cross that out. No, I'm just kidding. It does sound really fun, but I literally did it once on a workshop, and it was ridiculously dangerous, and seemed like you need a ton of practice and a ton of lessons to not shoot molten shards of glass all over your face. Yeah, you get like you have these rods. They're like straws. They're like as big as straws, but it's solid rod of glass, any different color, and not see-through glass. It could be solid, but it's just glass, different colors. And you get these rods, and then you have the way I did it. There was like two torches, I think it was, or maybe it was one, but they're like mounted on a table, and you turn them on, and they start shooting this torch, and you put the rod into the flame, and it starts to bend, and then it starts to melt, and then you roll it, and you have to catch it, and you have these tongs, and you have to roll it and catch it and play with it like you're playing, like you're doing a pizza, except you throw the pizza up and you catch it, and if you miss, you just get dough on your face. With this stuff, if you mess up at all, and if it gets too hot, you got to control the heat. Can't go too hot too fast, and it can't cool down too fast, because if it does one or the other, then the glass gets stressed and it shatters, and you get hot molten shards all over yourself. So you have to wear goggles, and you have to wear these wrist protective things. So yeah, no, I don't want to do that. I do want to do it someday, but like not without like a guided instructor and like at least 8 weeks of lessons, which I don't have time for right now. It's a fun idea though. That thing where you put, is that when I go like this? Like I'm just trying to touch the comments because the way YouTube has this set up, the comments disappear if I don't touch the screen every 5 seconds. They just fade. And I don't know why they do that. It's super irritating. There's probably a setting I could set so they don't do that. But I'm not the person who would find it. So more stuff. Tell me more stuff that you do. More crafts you have not seen me do that you would like to see me do. Who's touching a butt? What's going on here? Oh my goodness. More people telling me they're ready to pay for the kit. I'm not going to crochet or knit or sew or do any kind of threading or fabric stuff, at least right now. That's not on my list. I have like 20 other, I mean, it's a great thing to do, but it's like below the other 20 things I really have a burning passion to do. Resin domed cabochons from polymer clay. That's fun. I did want to do like put some resin over some different things like paintings or stickers or whatever and see how, so that's the epoxy work. So we need to do a lot of epoxy stuff. Actually, my assistant was playing with epoxy at home. She ordered all this stuff. So we'll find out if she comes in with more. Yeah, a lathe. I was looking for, oh, yeah. Of course you would say a lathe, yeah. Pyrography, wood burning. Yeah, we did a lot of wood burning. There's a lot of wood burning videos. You can find them under the channel. I should do more. I should do like one a week. I really need to make a schedule for the videos and then be like, this time, this video right now. And then maybe I'd stick to it. I used to be terrible at schedules, but now that I have this store set up and I'm starting to have good employees and everything, sticking to schedules is getting better and better. And I'm actually figuring it out. I'm still not a master at it. Like if I say 12 o'clock, it's probably 1:30. But it used to be if I say 12 o'clock, it's next year. So I've come a long way. Yes, Sarah, you will have to find them. I don't call it pyrographer. I do in one video because I saw that that's what other people call it. But just put in Matt's Crazy Art wood burning. Just put that Matt's Crazy Art wood burning. There's like 5 videos on it. There's one where I just do a whole tutorial on how to use the wood burning tool, which is essentially a modified soldering iron, which is why I'm excited about soldering because I've been using a soldering iron all this time to burn wood. No, Leela, I did not see your freeform resin bowl. I want to see it. It's in the Facebook group. Please tag me on that. Yeah, Mardi Gras masks. You could make those out of a million different things, though. I'm not exactly talking about what pieces I want to do. I'm talking about actual whole media that I want to try. That if you guys have tried anything or you want me to try something, like we're brainstorming. Because it was really fun last week when we brainstormed and we came up with all this stuff and I made all these notes and then lost the paper. But I remembered half of it and then I wrote it in my phone notes. And I did not lose that yet. That's fun, glass bottle wind chimes. I've seen that. What's in my hand? This is a capo for a guitar. It started, well, they tried to create a robotic version of the parrot back in the day because live parrots had to be fed all the time. And they always wanted extra attention from their owners and it was getting irritating. So they came up with this version and it really didn't go over well. It didn't sell, but one person stuck it on a guitar once and figured out it could change the key. Now they just made history. It's funny how you go to invent one thing and then you come up with something else. I can't reach my guitar from here, and I'm not going to be tempted to sing because then my voice is going to go again. It's teetering on the edge. It's slowly getting better every day, and then as soon as I start yelling across from a different floor to my dad instead of going down the steps, or just talking too much or attempting to sing, then by the evening it's all hoarse again. It sounds kind of hoarse right now, but that's because I was coughing on all that water. I knew as soon as I was like, oh no, I don't need to be coughing right now. Silicone mold making for resin. Yeah, that's something. I'm hungry. I had 2 meals today. I did not have 3. I know there's some people who only have 1 a day. Yeah, I speaking about the lathe that somebody mentioned back there, I saw this mini tabletop lathe just for making like little chess pieces that I saw it on, I think, Instagram, and I almost bought it. It was like $95. And I want to get that, and I want to get a real lathe eventually. That's on the list. Using guitar chords, you mean guitar strings? I don't want to use guitar strings. There's, first of all, it feels sacrilegious if you love guitar. Also, those strings are dangerous. They're like they're steel, really strong, and I'm afraid I would hurt myself. But it's a good idea. Silicone mold making for use. See, Tim is smart. He's repeating his question because he thinks I didn't see it, or his comment. Yes. Oh yeah, that would be fun for resin. Yeah, I could try the silicone mold making. We could do more displays. I have a lot of displays. You'll probably see a lot of displays when I start building the store when the malls reopen, because I have a lot of displays just sitting there waiting to be put up. But Julie, are you the one who asked about the other thing? Because I have videos on how to make displays and stuff. I have like 5 on that too. Oh my gosh, yeah, too many. Keep score, Beverly. It's a painful job, but someone has to do it. I have not made jewelry with guitar strings. I said earlier that terrifies me. I have an idea. How about if I made silicone mold making for resin? Nobody said that yet. Thank you, Teresa. Wallaby Beverly, is so good to see you. What time is it in Aussie land? Or you know what I could do? I could make jewelry out of guitar strings. Yes, I want to do paper beads. Paper beads are so easy, so fun. Why have I not done it? Paper beads. It's so good I'm writing it in purple. Well, Beverly, you can't address me by the official Australian greeting unless you're greeting me from Australia, or unless you're originally from Australia. Debbie needs to learn how to make a wire fairy, and then she cursed a bunch of stuff. I don't know what that was. Ah, Delaware. No, I've seen paper beads, Leela, but I do want to see yours. But I've seen them, I've touched them, I've had people bring them to me. I know exactly how they're made. They're beautiful and fun. Great quarantine craft. We have to do more quarantine craft videos. There's so many easy ones to do. I just don't turn on the camera and do them because I'm sitting there thinking, oh, I have 3 more kits to finish. Oh, the Silhouette Cameo 4. Okay. So my assistant was asking me about this, about we should get some kind of cutting machine that cuts stickers and all kinds of things, leather and stuff. And I don't know. My brother-in-law has one he's selling. We're trying to figure out if that's good enough. I have one that I bought that I never opened, but I think it just cuts paper. Oh, fun. Well, Tim, put them on the group. Not a laser cutter, like a more like a Cricut. Yeah, a laser cutter is expensive. I was looking into that too. Laser cutters used to be tens of thousands of dollars. Now you can get um you can get you can get this Glowforge, this new company, and there's a couple other companies competing that has them as low as like 500 to 1,000, and they do financing, so you can pay like $80 a month and have your own laser cutter. 3D pens. I'm not sure what that means, as opposed to like flat pens. Oh, you mean the pens where you can draw, like you can draw and you can draw straight up in the air and it hardens, like you can build stuff as you're drawing. That's an interesting thought. Last I looked into that, it had the technology hasn't is still super sloppy and not as exciting as people were hoping. But I bet it'll get better. It's like a 3D printer, but it just comes out of you take the pen and you start a dot on the paper and then you come straight up and it like builds it actually makes a 3D thing, and then hardens. It comes out liquid but hardens really fast, and then you can like build like whole structures if you do it right. People can bring things in to be cut. Oh, like that could be a whole nother business. I have too much stuff with the kids. I don't want any more business. I just want to make videos. This is a great time to be complaining. Oh my gosh, the economy is terrible. All these people are losing their jobs and their businesses, and I have too many businesses, and I just don't want to. I don't want any more money, and I don't want any more orders. I don't want people asking me to take their money anymore. It's too much. I'm so overwhelmed. Everybody should feel bad. You don't cook ceramic if you don't have a kiln. Well, there's a microwave kiln, which is I still don't understand the technology how you can do what would normally take a normal kiln 9 hours. You can do in the microwave in like 10 minutes, but apparently it works. And I got one and I used it 2 or 3 times, and I never really got very far with it. I didn't really figure out all of the details, so I have to go back to that. A 3D printer. Yeah, 3D printers are messy too. They're not like I had someone do 3D printing for me, like from his college, like use the college printer, and I thought it'd be so cool. Like I gave him these designs. He put them in CAD and he had them 3D like on the computer. Like I drew it and I said I want it to look like this and this, and he made the whole thing perfect, and it was perfect, the size, the shape, everything. And then when he actually 3D printed it, it wasn't smooth and beautiful. It was like pixelated, like picture pixelation, but in 3D. Like everything, it was like done by a dot matrix printer. Like everything was like, it was goofy. I was really irritated because I had to pay him like $40 to make me like 10 pieces. And yeah, the edges were like, the edges looked like they were perforated. Like, now I know that high-end 3D printers can't possibly be that bad. Yeah, he was using the college 3D printer, and he was really nerdy. Like he seemed like he was really smart, like he was really sharp. So I don't understand how you can use a college high-end 3D printer and be really smart, which means you're not going to screw it up and have it come out like that. And it just made me think, oh, 3D. I guess the future is not here yet. I guess we have to wait another 40 years. But they do 3D printing of like stuff that has to go into like medical stuff that has to be perfect because it's like fitting into people's joints and stuff. And I guarantee that stuff isn't like rough and perforated. Clay coil pot. Well, yeah, join any pottery. All the pottery is closed right now, so you can't. Allison, your dreams are crushed. You cannot make a clay coil pot. Sorry. But you can do it with polymer clay to start, which is kind of goofy. Now you should try to make a real coil pot with real clay, and just wait for the. Or Allison, you could buy a mini kiln online. I got a little kiln like this. It had 8-inch cube inside of space, and I used it for jewelry. But you could actually make one mug or one bowl. And I got it used for $400. That was like 10 years ago. Nowadays, you could probably get it brand new for like $400. Yeah, you can 3D print with different stuff. I was 3D printing. He 3D printed it in plastic. I don't know. And then Baxter Monkey told me last time you can get these special paints where you can just paint right on glass, like pottery, like finished bowls and cups, and then put them in a conventional oven and bake the paint right on, so it becomes permanent. It becomes part of the glass, and then you can. It's apparently safe to drink out of and microwave, I think, hopefully. Oh well, Allison, if you got a secondhand kiln, you got the secondhand ones. They used to have these terrible displays where it was really complicated to type in what you wanted. Hopefully they've gotten better, and hopefully if it's user friendly, then you should just play with it. If it's not user friendly, I would wait until you can call the manufacturer and make sure you, or maybe you have still have the instruction booklet and you know how to read instruction booklets. I don't. Oh, so Allison, you've used those paints I'm talking about, where you put them in the conventional oven? Like what do you call those? I mean, I could Google it, I could YouTube it, but all I do is make kits. This is my life, making kits. This is why I'm not exciting right now. I'm not entertaining you. Are you entertained? No. All we hear about is you in these stupid kits. Yeah. Microwaving ceramics. You can go on Amazon and get a microwave kiln, literally microwave kiln. There's nothing fancy you need to type in. It's this little tiny thing like this. It can hold like one cabochon at a time worth of, like the inside of it is like the size of your fist. That's how much space is in there. But you take the structure and you put it in your kiln, and I mean, you put it in your microwave, and you just put the microwave on for like 6 minutes, and apparently it gets to the power of a full kiln in that tiny little condensed space, which is still blows my mind, because my teeny tiny kiln, which was like this big, and it only had 8 inches of cubic space inside, took 9 hours to get up to the right temperature, and then another 9 hours to cool. Am I poking people in the face? Is that what it looks like when I do this with my finger? You can't see my finger. It's on the side. If I went over here, you could see it. Oh, the paint will come off in the dishwasher? That's no good. I don't like that. I want stuff that's super durable. Well, back to using my microwave kiln. I think I need to just do it. Microwave kiln, do it, Matt. Is it satisfying to do art? That's the individual. Some people love reading manuals. It's like therapeutic. I don't. For me, when I totally have mastered the art form and can just dance with it and do crazy stuff, that's when it gets fun. Yeah, I'm trying to move my employees to do all the kits. That's the thing. When I tried in the microwave kiln, I only put it on 3 or 4 times, and I started to get the glass to melt. but I didn't get it to the point where I really had it down and I was making finished pieces. And then I got distracted. That was like 2 years ago. I never went back to it. Hydro dipping, yeah. The cool thing about hydro dipping, I just found out. I mean, I would have. It's kind of intuitive, but you can hydro dip with a big giant vat of water, like a big plastic bin filled with water, and then you spray paint the surface. You can use other paints, but spray paint works supposedly. And then it's kind of oily on the surface, and then you dip whatever you want in there. It could be a painting, it could be a solid something. People dip their guitar bodies in there. Yeah, so hydro dipping, like I'm saying, you make a get a big vat of water, and then however big your object is, that's how deep you make the water, and then you put paint over the surface. Spray paint or any kind of oil-based paint works really well because oil doesn't mix with the water; it sits right on top. So you put your colors, and then the colors you can swirl them around or just let them move, however. And then when the colors are all there and they're the way you want, you take your object and you put it real slowly down, and the paint adheres. It's amazing to watch. It makes amazing videos. I should totally do it. The paint, I mean, there's people who have channels who just hydro dip. The paint adheres to the object, and then you pull it back, and then it cools in the water and it hardens. You pull it back out, and then your whatever you dipped is all swirly and wild, like tie-dyed. Now you can do a small version of that, someone told me, with a cup of water and nail polish, and then you could dip like wood earring pieces, and that is something I should be like, why am I not doing that? Like, let's do that. Come on, Matt. Wood earring hydro dipping. And also, while we're at it, I have this great idea to do epoxy stained glass earrings with toothpicks or matchsticks as the framework that the epoxy goes in, and the epoxy will become the glass. And then you can stain clear epoxy while it's still liquid. You can just put regular acrylic paint in there and swirl it around with a toothpick. I did this before years ago, and it was super fun. Yeah, the cabochon video is like my highest rated video in the last month, so I definitely need to do more fun stuff like that. Well, yeah, Aaron, come on over. Oh, copper dipping. Yeah, I don't know about electroplating metals. That's way down the list. There's so much stuff I want to do first. So we have wood earring, hydro dipping, paper beads. I also want to hydro dip, the big hydro dip a painting. I have the bins to do it. I have the water. I have no excuses. I have a big giant shop sink that's on the ground that I could totally fill up a big crate of water, and then put the paint on and do the hydro dip, dump all the water down in the drain. I have no excuses. All right, I'll see you when you get here. Yes, I want to make my own sea glass. The first thing I started out, if anybody missed, I said I'm looking into getting a rock tumbler, and now it's going to become a reality faster because somebody offered to help me get one, and that's giving me an extra push. So that's super awesome. Wire hanger jewelry. Yes, let's do that. Dino's still in the house. We got to do some wire hanger jewelry. Let's do it. I really got to rip out this piece of paper. When I say goodbye tonight, everybody remind me to rip out this piece of paper and take it with me this time. Because otherwise it gets folded, and then the notebook gets stuck in a pile of other notebooks, and then I'm like 3 days later I'm like, where were all those notes? Oh yeah, I mean, the first time I touched epoxy, I don't mean just like to fix something with a little. I mean, the first time I had someone mixing tons of epoxy, it was with this artist who makes this fruit jewelry, and she had this whole setup for all this epoxy stuff. And I said, cool, let's dump some of this on wax paper and just make a puddle of epoxy. And then let's take some acrylic paints I have here and put some little drops of them and take some toothpicks and swirl it around. She's like, you're crazy. That might not work. What are you doing? It worked great. And I had these little puddles of epoxy on the wax paper with swirls of color. And then the next day when they dried, I peeled them off the wax paper and they were kind of like flattened and sharp edged. Not to cut anyone, but they were kind of like floppy. So I took scissors and I cut them out because the middle was thicker. So I cut it out like a just an amoeba shape. And then I drilled a little hole through it. You could poke a hole, like it's so soft. And then I made them earrings, and they were like glass. They looked like glass, but they were epoxy, like amoeba, clear glass earrings with like colors all dancing through them. And I sold all of them like the first show I went to. I made like 10 pairs. And I never did it again because life is funny like that. You want to screenshot it? Let me see if I can get the whole thing in there. There you go. Let me see. Is it focused? Look at you guys with the dad jokes. Telling me. Book safes. What are book safes? Wouldn't you want to get the double if it's only $10 more? It's amazing. Yes, amoebas are some of the most beautiful creatures. They're soon going to take over everything. But, you know, we'll just have to surrender to our new overlords because they're so beautiful. Yeah. So when we get the rock tumbler, what do we need? Do we just buy sand? Do we buy different grades of grit? Like, do you put your stones in first with heavy grit and then you run them for a week and then you come back and you put them in with lighter grit? Like, tell me the process. Like, save me from having to look up a YouTube. Shoot. Sorry, I almost lost the screen for a second. Sorry about that. All right, so you buy a kit. It comes with everything. It probably comes with instructions too. Then I'll have to hire someone to read them because I'm not going to. Oh, yeah, like they do in the movies. They cut the book open and then they have stuff hidden in there. But like I'd have to have a whole shelf full of books first. And that would imply that I'm actually reading. It sounds like expensive to buy all those books. Like all those books and then the bookshelf and like then there goes all your savings. You have nothing to put in the safe. Yeah, I'm sure you could use beach sand to tumble glass. That's how sea glass is made. It just does it faster in the tumbler because what takes years of the ocean just slowly kicking around the glass every few seconds, every minute or so, like just a little bit. In the tumbler, it's like sped up. You guys all know that. I'm not telling you anything. Thrift store dollar books. Then people are going to come in my house and be like, oh, I see you have an affinity for Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys. And I'll be like, no, that's just, I had to put all those books there so I could hide my safe. And they'll be like, what? And then I'll be like, oh, crap. Now I got to tear the whole thing out and throw all the books away and get another one because I just gave away the secret. It's not legal to take sand from the beach. I've been doing that since I was a little kid. I would try to take home the little crabs I found in a little pail full of sand and water. Um, I want coffee and food, but I liked staying with you guys more. You guys are the best. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. Remember those 80s motivational songs like from Rocky? You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. Is that from Karate Kid? When they do the montage where they're like training the jump rope. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. Yeah, Eye of the Tiger became like an iconic song, but there's a bunch of other little songs that never made it to iconic. And when you hear them, you're like, what movie is that from? I never watched Cobra Kai. Everybody says it's great. Now I have that stuck in my head. Dance, 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 dance. It would have been taken much less seriously if you had this visual while the song was playing for the first time in the movie. Rising up, back on the streets. got my Sharpie, I got my capo. But I gotta drop down an octave. I'm gonna kill my voice. That would make it even better too. If this guy with a low purple dinosaur voice was singing it. With his will to survive. I am the tiger with the thrill of the fight. And I love you, and you love me, and we are. Oh, tiger, dun 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. The Eye of the Tiger. There goes my voice. Even that little riff was not worth it. See what you guys do? It's just all your fault. It is a song to lift weights to. These drums sound horrible in here. You don't want to hear them. I need to bring them to my store and encase them in a soundproof surrounding so that they sound tight and neat. Here they're like sound all echoey, like. That would just be so funny in the Rocky movie. What's some other good 80s songs? Movie songs or Rocky type songs? What is that? What is Eye of the Tiger? What does that remind you of? What else is there? Anything by Chicago, sure. Yeah. Yeah, we're not allowed in our buildings, but there's I have this special way to get in. It's very technical and advanced. It's called I don't see any guards. Now seems good. The final countdown. My voice is gonna die. So silly. The final countdown. I have to do an octave lower. So silly. Well, "We Will Rock You" is kind of that's more of a classic anthem that like they do at every sports event. So that transcended the '80s, but it did come out. It did come out in the early '80s, didn't it? Um, but that's what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, the final countdown. It's so great. It's like, oh, the end is near in the '80s. No, not anything by Queen. Queen is beautiful. Queen is amazing, and Queen is mostly '70s. um, oh yeah, Fernando. What is that? Did I make that up? No, not Journey. Journey is beautiful. I'm talking about silly stuff. No, not Bon Jovi either. I'm not talking about '80s. I'm talking about '80s cheesy movie songs or like power ballads or whatever. No, not I Love Rock and Roll. That's my niece's favorite Joan Jett song. So silly. ABBA. No, not ABBA is '70s. You guys are you're really letting me down here. I got one good song in there from so whoever said the final countdown. Yes, cheesy. The safety dance. Fernando. No, not ABBA. Fernando. That's like a super moving song. You can't don't you put that in that category. No, Walk Like an Egyptian is also on my niece's favorite compilation tape. Walk Like an Egyptian is an amazing song. Yeah, I guess the safety dance is funny. Yeah, yeah. There's cheesy like that, like I'm too sexy for my hat. There's that kind of cheesy '80s. But I guess yeah, Huey Lewis in the News. That's it. That's what we're talking about. Like the Ghostbusters theme. How does that go? It's those songs. It's the power of love. I actually like that one, but that one's I think that fits in the category. Dun, 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 dun. It's the power of love. Don't take money, don't take fame. Don't need a credit card to ride this train. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Be cool sometimes. The night of your life. At the power of love. Dun, 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 dun. It's the power of love. Footloose is amazing. It's not cheesy, but yes, it's a movie song. Um, yeah, I know I'm being too strict with you guys. I need to lighten up. I've been too harsh. I'm a firm authoritarian sometimes. Sometimes I got to be gentler and be like, I'm sorry. I did not mean to spank you that hard. Wild Wild West, the Escape Club. I don't know what that is. Okay, so we're on a roll here. We had the final countdown and that other song from Rocky that no one knows, and the Humpty Dance. That is not '80s movie cheesy. That's technically '80s. I think that was '89, '90. That was the funniest. That's when hip hop was hilarious before it got all like whatever it got. I know Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Did you know Mark Wahlberg? If you ever call him Marky Mark, he'll like have a total angry fit. Like he is so embarrassed that that was ever part of his life. I don't know why. Like that was an era that led to his fame. But all right, where were we going? Yeah, Ice Ice Baby. Where were we? Oh, Glenn Fry, The Heat Is On. That's a great one. Yeah. Heat is on. on the street. Yes, yes. See, you guys knew. I knew you could do this. I knew you wouldn't let me down. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't think Mark is a. I think Mark is a really good guy. But he did some nutty stuff when he was a teenager, like a lot of teenagers do. And I think he's apologized for all that stuff. But yeah, he grew up in Boston in the rough streets of the city, and he was a rough kid, and he got into some fights, and he did some stuff. But I don't know. I don't know him personally. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's not nice. But I heard him in some interviews, and he sounded pretty cool. Like he sounded like very down to earth and not like a typical what's the word, celebrity. He's a celebrity who comes out and tells the other celebrities like stop acting like you are the moral voice of the people. You're rich and in a bubble and out of touch. You don't know what normal people go through. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he won't apologize. Maybe he is sorry, but he won't apologize because he doesn't want to be. When a celebrity apologizes nowadays, it's like, ha, got you. Now we're gonna rub your face in the mud and ruin your career even more. It's almost like you're better off not apologizing. Um, I don't like Matt Damon. Beverly, you're striking out here. I love him as an actor. I don't like him. He's like the guy. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. I feel like he's the guy who does tell people what to tell people. Like he is the guy who gets on, who uses his platform to lecture everyday people about what they're doing wrong. Beverly and I are rumbling now. Yes, "Walk Like an Egyptian" is an awesome song, but it's not cheesy. We need cheesy. Um, I think I missed a bunch of comments too. Repeat your comments if I missed you. Weird Science. Oh my gosh, that was so weird. Weird Science. That was a weird movie too. That was such a weird. I watched that movie years later. It just came on television, and I was like, yeah, I remember watching this when I was a kid. I was like, oh my gosh, what was wrong with me? How did I not see how it was the weirdest? They had some weird, stupid movies in the 80s, especially like the sci-fi ish. Um, don't stand so close to me. Actually, that's a controversial song. Never mind COVID. The lyrics to that. Yeah, people were more daring with controversy in the 80s. There's a lot of songs that people couldn't write today. Boy Who Could Fly. How does that go, Dino? Is that I'm thinking of that song. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could be so free, flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. I promised everyone I wouldn't sing today, but like you brought up 80s, or I brought up 80s cheesy movie songs, and who cannot sing when you do that? I think that's a TV show though, not a movie. Yes, Kim, you got it. Um, yeah, that song on Ford. That song was on the radio. I didn't know it was a TV show. When I was a kid, I thought that song was just the coolest song ever. Or maybe I did see the show too, but I just thought it was amazing. Um, the Mickey Mouse song. More songs. Tell me more songs, everybody. Wind Beneath My Wings is a gorgeous song. There's nothing cheesy about that. That's like an epic. That's like Bette Midler is like one of the. She has amazing. What are they called? What are slow ballads? Ugh, she has some of the best ballads on earth ever. No, it was not cheesy. No, I never saw Beaches, but it was not cheesy. I was too young for that. And Fresh Prince, that was 90s, 91, 92, I think. No, Wind Beneath My Wings is not cheesy. Maybe if you saw the movie, it was cheesy. Beverly and I are back on the same page. I think the song alone is tear jerking. What is John Hughes movies? What are those? Give me a new song. I have that Greatest American Hero still stuck in my head. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could be so free. Flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? The Breakfast Club, 16 Candles. I know, yeah, but what songs came out of that? Pretty in Pink. That was all that one red-haired chick, wasn't it? She had like all the movies, and then she grew up, and now she's like did nothing when she hit 25. Flashdance. That is one of the best songs ever written, ever of all time. I didn't even want to bring it up. It's almost sacrilegious to talk about it if you're not like in this deep, deep mode. Strange Brew. I don't know that. Do I know that? Yeah, Molly Ringwald. What a crazy name. And she like looked very. Maybe that's why she was so popular. She looked very girl next door. Like all the teenage girls in the 80s are like, that could be me. I could have that dream come true. You Spin Me Around. That was more like that weird pop from the 80s. I wouldn't call it cheesy. It was just weird. Like a rhinestone cowboy. Now we're going country cheesy. Like a rhinestone cowboy. What is Tim? What is that? Here we come walking down the street. I'm just not ringing a bell. 9 to 5. Dolly Parton. Love her. Love Dolly. I love Dolly Parton. Who doesn't love Dolly Parton? I think everyone on earth loves Dolly Parton. The spaghetti song? I don't know that. Oh my gosh, the Monkees are beautiful, but they're 60s. Now we're getting way off topic. Or did the Monkees extend into the 70s? Didn't they? Like the early 70s? Yes, Billy Joel. Now we're on to Billy Joel. Yes, Billy Joel, one of the greatest songwriters of all time. Dukes of Hazzard. Here's the funny thing. I still don't know if this is true or not. I think it's two lookalikes that look like Bo and the other guy, the blonde. But the theme song, the Dukes of Hazzard's just a good old boys, right? Um, there is older, like 40-year-old Bo and Luke on stage with guitars singing that theme song like 20 years later, and they sound better than the original theme song. Like they're harmonizing, they sound amazing. And everyone's like, oh yeah, they can sing the song, or they did sing the song, or they used to sing the theme, or they're singers. And I'm like, no, I don't believe that. I think it's a look-alike. But you can find on YouTube like Bo and Luke sing uh, the theme song, and they sound amazing. Like they have like harmony, and they have like little vocal riffs and stuff, and it's really weird because you're like, if they were that good at singing, they should not have been just acting. But I don't think it's them. Tainted Love. Yep, that's more that weird 80s pop. There's really weird 80s pop. It's unlike anything else. Yep, Debbie Gibson and Tiffany. Tiffany, I don't even know why Tiffany comes up. Tiffany had one hit ever, and it was a remake of a 60s song. Debbie Gibson was the songwriter, and she had like 5 awesome songs. But she never did much after that. She had like one hit album, maybe 1.5, and then she faded. Like, do you hear people going to Debbie Gibson concerts now? I'm sure there are people who do it, but like, I mean, I'm sure she can still make a living, but like I hear that name maybe once every 5 years. That's what my cousin got me into Debbie Gibson when we were like 10 years old. That was my first introduction to like actually going out and buying a cassette tape. Ugh, Billy Ray Cyrus. Without Billy Ray Cyrus and that stupid achy breaky heart, we would never have Miley. And would the world be a better place? I'll let you guys answer that. I don't want to put anybody down, but Debbie Gibson got famous doing mall concerts. I love that. And Matt got famous selling mall jewelry. Maybe that will be the story one day. Wham, yeah, Wham. What's his name? Who's the singer in Wham? You're saying John Schneider and Tom Wopat. Are they the original actors and they were both successful country singers? Are you telling me they were the real thing? Yes, George Michael. Good night, Tim. Oh, Tim, thank you for hanging with us. I'm so sorry. I know how awful it is to feel sick. I'm so glad you came and hung with us. Cool dude. Yeah, George Michael had his voice is just electric. Anything he sings is so good. It's like got this energy to it. Karma Chameleon. Yeah, that's a fun song. I don't know that like I was a baby when that came out and like it like reminds me of being a kid. Funky Town. I want you to take me to Funky Town. Okay, so somebody confirm for me whether Bo and Luke really were excellent professional singers as well as being actors. I just turned 21. I just have a very old soul. Donna Summer. Some people would say all of what's it called? All of disco was cheesy. But if you're gonna be good disco, Donna Summer is the best, right? John Schneider has many albums. Okay, is John Schneider one of the Bo or Luke guys? Like, I'm not that smart. You got to help me with this. Just the good old boys. Oh my gosh, Kermit the Frog singing Rainbow Connection. Have you ever been moved to tears that much by a Muppet? Like, who doesn't? Don't the Carpenters sing that song too? I'm sure a bunch of people have sang that song. Okay, John Schneider is Luke Duke, and Bo is the blonde, um, and Bo sings too. And Tom, so they are real singers. So they actually sing really well. I mean, when they got up on stage and sang, it sounded better than the theme song, like way better. And I was like, why didn't they just sing the theme song? I mean, I'm telling you, what's it called? ABBA, disco, ABBA. It's not even close. I need a bigger screen. Disco, ABBA. That's how you rate those. They came out at the same time, but they were not in the same league. Bo sings gospel? No way. I gotta look up Bo. I really like their voices. I gotta look up Bo and Luke singing songs. Yeah. That John. When I looked at the YouTube video, I don't know what year it's from, but he looked like he was about 45, maybe he was 50, and he looked like this rugged dude. He almost like. Oh, Aaron's still here. I haven't heard you say anything in forever. Well, have a good night. The theme song from Cheers, yeah, they're all sitcom theme songs have their own place. Um, Good night. There was what's it called? There was a prank. They were doing this prank calling on this one radio station where they'd have people say
Who's somebody in your life who gets irritated by something, and then they set up a prank call to specifically irritate that person, pretending it was a real call with the thing they hated most, and they put them live on the air. And so, okay, you got the situation. So this one guy calls in and he's like, or this girl calls in. She's like, my boyfriend hates when he's calling someplace and they put him on hold, especially if they play cheesy music. It's his least favorite thing in the whole world. It makes him want to die. So they purposely set up a fake thing to call him, and it was all on the air to call him and say, there's something wrong with your utility. We're going to have to send someone out to fix it. So, it's something you had to take seriously. And then every time they would get halfway through the conversation, they'd say, oh, sorry, let us put you on hold. And they would put him on hold. And he'd be like, no, don't put me on hold. Don't put me on. And they'd put him on hold. And they'd play the cheesiest music while they had him on hold. And what cracked me up the most was like when he was at the height of his aggravation, like this guy's right, like dying. He's like so angry. They said, oh, sorry, we're going to have to put you on hold. He's like, no. And they put him on hold. And then they played the theme song from, you'll know what it is. Well, he's a man of peace, da 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 da, Different Strokes. They put the theme song for Different Strokes. It's like, well, da da da, the beat of just one drum. Well, it might be right for you, may not be right for some. A man is born. He said, I never listened to the lyrics of that as an adult, and it's just so silly. It's so cheesy, and like. He was screaming at the phone. He's like, I hate you. I don't want to be on hold. It was like, I think I was driving, listening to the radio. I think I pulled over and started crying. It was so funny. The same theme song from the Wonder Years, that's a classic 60s song. That's a great song. Who is that? That guy, I love that guy's voice too. It's like that guy, that old gruff voice. I love old gruff voices. Those big old voices. Like Creedence Clearwater, the singer from that, like those big man voices. We're moving on up. Yeah, that would be a good one. Suicide Hotline, please hold. Yeah. Theme from the Jeffersons. Yep. No, but I mean, the Different Strokes theme song is so goofy. If you just sit there and listen to it. Like you never sat there and listened to it when you were watching it. When it was on the air, you're just like, "Here comes the show." If you watched it, but if you sit there and actually listen to it, you got different strokes to move the world. Yes, it does. It takes different strokes to move the world. Dun-dun-dun. I guess maybe it's not that cheesy, but. I was laughing. No, Fleetwood Mac is not cheesy. See how we really delved into the art with this live show? Holiday Road. I don't know that. Julie, help me out. What is that? Julie got all excited and now she's like, oh man, I had the best one. Joy to the World. Oh, I'm thinking of the Christmas song. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. Bum, bum, bum. If I was a painter, I'd like to paint some wine. I'd scrabble around the world with a happy girl, and we'd drink a lot of wine, and that would be just fine. Something like that. Oh. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Yeah, Joe Cocker. The Beatles wrote it, yeah. But Joe Cocker, I mean, let's be honest. The Beatles, people are going to hate on me for saying this, but the Beatles were some of the best songwriters of pop music, especially for that time. And beautiful harmonizing voices. But, don't be mad. There's a but. There's a big but. The but sticks out. as my English teacher used to say to make all the sixth graders giggle. The butt sticks out. There's a big butt. Here it comes. None of the Beatles were that great of singers. They were adequate. They could kind of carry a tune. They definitely didn't hit any bad notes, and their harmonies were beautiful, and their songwriting was phenomenal. But, I mean, Joe Cocker was a singer. He was a singer. Like, there were singers at that time, and then there were people who could write songs, and, you know, like my favorite songwriter of all time, Paul Simon, was not a phenomenal singer. He was smooth and he knew what he could do. And then he got the big curly haired dude to do all the prettier parts, to do the like all the pretty singing. He got the pretty blonde. He got the pretty blonde bimbo to, oh, I shouldn't say that. That's not nice. Oh, Beverly is not mad at me anymore. We're doing good. Yellow Submarine is hilarious. Yellow Submarine is like, it's like, hey, we have 3 talented people in this band, and then we have a drummer, and we're all writing songs. Why don't you contribute something? You know, write something. And he wrote this kid's song. And the coolest thing about Ringo is he's not a drummer. He's not. I said this in another live show. I know I said it because it's one of my favorite quotes of all time. Like someone asked Paul McCartney, would you say Ringo is one of the best drummers in rock music? And Paul like spit out whatever he was drinking. And he was like, honestly, and I wish I could say it with his subdued British accent, but he was like, Ringo is not the best drummer in the Beatles. Ringo was just in the right place at the right time and got lucky. There's another funny story about the guy who produced Michael Jackson. Who is that? The guy who did the best 3 Michael Jackson video of albums. He also has a daughter who's famous in acting right now. I can never think of his name when I want to think of it. But anyway, he did a lot of music production. One of the best musical producers of all time. He was working with the Beatles at one time. And they were trying to get this drumming part right. And Ringo couldn't get it. And he couldn't get it. And it was so irritating. So finally, he says to Ringo, he's like, why don't you, I think you need to calm down. Why don't you go get something to drink, go get some food, go take a break, come back in like 45 minutes, and we'll try it again. And Ringo's like, okay. So he went. And then while he was gone, he got another studio drummer in there and sat him down. He's like, record this part. And then the studio drummer, after like 5 minutes, picked it up and he like nailed it. And he hit the part perfectly. And they recorded it, and that was it. And then Quincy Jones, yep. And then along comes, I love Pat Benatar. Along comes Ringo back from his break, and he sits down, and he's like, I want to listen to that part again. And then it's like, okay. And they put the headphones on him, and he listens to the song. He listens with the drum in it, and he assumes that was the last time that he played it. And he's like, oh, that sounds pretty good. I actually don't think that's too bad. And Quincy Jones looks at him, and he says, yeah, because that's not you. And then he said an expletive. He said, yeah, it sounds good because that's not you, you bleepity bleep. And that's one of my other favorite stories about Ringo. But Ringo actually had an amazing talent. He was amazing with kids, and he went on to be the voice in the main voice in this kids series that came out like about 15 years ago, the Thomas the Tank Engine. Like that, Ringo does all of that because Ringo, even back then, so when he wrote his song, it was a kid's song, like because he's an amazing connector with kids. Gotta kill Beverly. Don't get mad at me. I'm gonna do the same thing with Hall & Oates. Amazing songwriters, not the best singers. They're okay. In some ways, they're a little better than the Beatles. In some ways, they're not quite as good. It depends. Like Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Yep, and Young. There's too many names. Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. It's like just pick some of them. It's like when you have a law firm. It's like you pick the top 2 people in the law firm, and they become the partners. And then when you get 3 partners, you pick the top 3 people. After that, it's over. You just say and associates. If you have like 7 partners, you don't list all their names on the letterhead because that's just too much. Like Crosby, Stills, and Nash. That's it. Forget the Young, It's too much. Plus, the young wasn't there the whole time, as far as I've heard. Daryl Hall is the best blue-eyed blues singer. No, he is not. Daryl Hall is not a singer, period. Ooh, you're going to be mad at me for that. Ugh. Yeah, no, I love Hall & Oates, amazing songwriters, amazing. And they're okay. I mean, they can belt it better than the Beatles, but their voices, they're not really singing. They're what my voice teacher used to say, talking on key. Blue-eyed soul. 'Cause, yeah, he's not a soul singer. He does not have soul. His voice is this deep. He needs deeper voice. He has no vibrato. Like when he holds a note, it goes, it doesn't go, like, that's not even good vibrato, what I just did, but it's just showing you like a singer, Daryl Hall holding the same note would be like, it sounds like he's just yelling. Oh, now I got Willow mad. That's my hunger. Okay, you can accept that the Beatles are not good singers, but not that Hall & Oates are not good singers. Shakira is a totally other animal. Shakira has like goat sounds coming out, and like she has other animal things happening. Good night. Good night, Amy. Patty LaBelle, yes. Eddie Vedder, yeah. Eddie Vedder is in what group? Sorry, I know I should know that. Yes, the Beatles were blah for singers, but they were the best songwriters, so it doesn't matter. They got away with it. Same with Hall & Oates. They were blah singers, but they were great songwriters. I'm going to listen to Hall & Oates after this and make sure I'm not wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Pearl Jam, horrible. I can't stand that stupid 90s grunge voice. Oh, no. Nope. I will. After this live show, I'm going to put on Hall & Oates. I'm going to listen to him belt some stuff, and I'm going to see if I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to come back and be like, I never said that. I never said he wasn't a good singer, because it's better to do that than to ever, apologize. Yeah, everyone says I didn't like the early Beatles stuff, but I like the later stuff. The only early stuff I didn't like by the Beatles was like Love Me Do, You'll Know I Love You. Like that's the dumbest song on earth. Whenever people are like, music used to be so profound and now it's so corny, I pull that song out and I'm like, no, music always had some corny songs. Love me do, you know I love, so please love me do. Oh, worst song ever written. Worst song. And high school girls were shrieking, like they were losing their minds, like they were going hoarse, like they're shrieking and like grabbing each other and yanking on each other's shirts, like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, it's the most amazing thing ever. Love me do. Horrible. But yeah, then they went on. I don't think you had to wait all the way until Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Like, they were great pretty soon after that. They had great songs, but like those first couple songs they came out with. Is there any other Beatles song? Like, what's one of their earliest songs? It's horrible. I hate the Beatles. I'm an Elvis fan, Leela says. That is, Leela, you should watch the scene from Pulp Fiction where Quentin Tarantino, with his amazing dialogue writing, has this dialogue between what's the actors' names? But anyway, the same guy who was in, I can't remember the name of anything now. But anyway, the dialogue where the girl in the movie says to one of the thugs, Uma Thurman, says to Travolta, says, you're either an Elvis guy or a Beatles guy. Nobody's both. You might like both, but you're an Elvis guy or you're a Beatles guy. And Yeah, no, the Beatles are overrated in some ways, and I will tell you them because I speak all the truth. The Beatles were over, they were not great singers, and yeah, some of their songs were dumb, but their songwriting was just it. The thing about songwriting, it's not about having profound lyrics, although you can. It's not about having the most amazing melody, although you can. It's not even about having a good hook that catches people, because there are a lot of good hook songs, but then people just sing them at weddings and then they never sing them any other time. A good song has a mood and it grabs you, and it puts you. Look at me, I'm like down like this the whole time. I could have just put this thing up, like wasn't even paying attention. I'm so into the conversation. Like a good a good song, a good written song will turn you into a mood that it will put you in a mood like nothing else can. And every song is different and every mood is different, but it's a mood. It'll put you in that mood. And the Beatles were second to none for writing pop music in the 60s that could put you in a specific mood. Not all their songs, like I Am the Ape Man, I Am the Walrus, whatever I am, like those are stupid. I mean, they're catchy, they're kind of quirky, they're kind of fun if you remember them. But they like, yes, no, those songs did not like hit you. But yeah, Let It Be, like when you hear that, it just makes you think about like people together, like community, like throw out a Beatles song and I'll tell you what the mood is. Like there are Beatles songs that just hit you like ugh. And that's what a good song is. That's what good songwriting is. Now, if you can write a good song like that and make the lyrics profound, then it's even better. If you make the melody beautiful, it's even better. If you get an amazing singer, it's even better. You don't always get all of it. Sometimes you don't need it. But like, what's his name? Don McLean, only known for two songs, two of the best songs ever, because he had this amazing mood and his lyrics were phenomenal. But both of his famous songs were tributes. One was a tribute, and we talked about this last time. One was a tribute to the fallen musicians in that plane crash, Buddy Holly and that young Hispanic guy who sang La Bamba, and the other one, and there was a third one, I forget who, and yeah, American Pie and Vincent. Right. I always want to call it Starry Night, but it's called Vincent. Yeah, the other one was a tribute to Vincent van Gogh. Beautiful, beautiful lyrics. And he doesn't have a strong voice, Don McLean, but he has a voice that like hits these beautiful notes. Like his voice is like a little tiny waterfall cascading over a bunch of different rocks. Like he could do those vocal inflections and backflips like way before the soul singers were doing them. Well, soul singers were always doing them, but like way before it became a pop thing in the early 2000s, where you had these R&B singers doing going up and down the scale like they were like their voice was actually an instrument. Oh, okay, yes. James? Are you talking about the Beach Boys? Beach Boys. Phenomenal songwriting, phenomenal singing, phenomenal both. Phenomenal songwriting, phenomenal singing, phenomenal orchestration. The Beach Boys are phenomenal. And the little I know, watching a video recently, the Beach Boys were all Brian. Like Brian did the whole thing. He was the brain, the heart, the soul, everything, and the rest kind of just played their part. Yeah, the Eagles, amazing. But the Beach Boys were like good singers. The harmonies, everything was amazing. The orchestration was amazing. The Beach Boys, I would say the Beach Boys were far superior to the Beatles in most things. They just, yeah, I'd say they were superior. I hate to say it because I love the Beatles, but the Beach Boys were phenomenal. I would say they had their cheesy songs too, and I don't think they had as many hits. I think the Beatles were way more prolific. The Beatles, you had three amazing, talented songwriters. The Beach Boys, you just had one, but he was phenomenal. And the same thing with the Carpenters. I'll get to the Eagles in a second. The Carpenters, I always thought like the woman with the honey voice of gold was the saddest story in all of 20th century music. There's a lot of musicians who had tragic endings, but hers was just so sad. Like, like just thinking she wasn't pretty enough and all this stuff. And then I watched a documentary. I didn't feel so bad. And it turns out her brother was the driving force behind everything. And she was a bit kind of like the bratty little sister who'd never wanted to listen, which is weird because her voice makes her seem like this glorious, majestic woman who is like the most womanly woman who's ever been a woman when she opens her mouth to sing. But she was, if you watch the documentary, she was a bit spunky and bratty, and she didn't want to sing at all. She wanted to play drums. He had to force her to sing. Then she wanted to play drums and sing at the same time, which she could do, which is really hard to do. She was a really good drummer, way better than Ringo. Like she was a real, like she could do like she could do really complicated fast stuff and hit the beats perfectly. But so then finally her brother was like, listen, you need to get in front. You are the front person. You are the voice. You need to get out from behind the drums, stop being so shy, and get out there and sing. And she didn't want to do it, but she did. And then I don't know. And her eating thing was not. It wasn't that so much as she didn't feel pretty. It was like this weird sense of control. Like she felt like out of control of her, like she didn't have self-control of a lot of stuff in her life. So that was like a way of feeling like she had control. And she felt almost this weird pride, like she was better because she could, my nose just suddenly itched like crazy. Because she could control her eating a certain way. She thought she was cooler than people who couldn't. And it's really weird. It's really, I mean, I still feel terrible for the whole situation. And I still think she's beautiful. Like her voice is like one of the most beautiful ever. But I didn't feel as heartbroken. Like I used to like feel terrible for that story. Phil Collins, he's a great singer, great songwriter. He's great. Phil Collins is great. Billy Joel is great. Phil Collins has a better voice. He has like this amazing electric voice. His voice is just like electric. You ever have like side of your nose just itches like crazy? Like you get spices or something like at a restaurant and you're just like, I don't know. Phil Collins is amazing. Billy Joel's amazing. Billy Joel has a good voice. It's a good voice. It's not phenomenal. It's good. It's very good. It's very, very perfect for what the songwriting he did. Okay, let's get back to the Eagles. Okay. Eagles, phenomenal. Glenn Frey, leader, tough guy. He's like a tough guy leading the band. I love it. And then you have the lead singer of the Eagles with his great voice. Tell me, you guys know, you know his name. Yeah, Billy Joel, definitely. I would put Billy Joel in the top 5 ever lyricists. Definitely. He's amazing. Storytelling. His songs are stories. They're storytelling. They're just amazing. Yeah, I'd put him in the top 3. Don Henley. He was the voice. Now the Eagles were great because they all sang. You couldn't be in their group if you didn't sing. Like Glenn Frey had them all singing and they all harmonized. And Glenn Frey had like this ear. Either he did or he got someone who did, because they all harmonized beautifully for decades. For decades, they harmonized. Hi, Charlie. They harmonized beautifully for decades. Don Henley had this amazing. He had a great voice. He had a great rock voice. I wouldn't say it was the best ever, but it was up there. And then the other 4, there's generally 5 in the group because they had lost a member, gained a member, whatever. They always had 4 or 5. Like the others, they will all sing. They were all songwriters. Every person in the Eagles contributed songs. They were like the Beatles, but they were better singers. And songwriting I wouldn't say was better than the Beatles. In some ways, it was better storytelling. Like, but in other ways, they were pretty much the Beatles of the 70s. They never hit the Beatles level of stardom, but I'd say they were the Beatles of the 70s. I think Queen is like insanely fantastic, just the way their orchestration and the the way they took rock and took it into opera and took it into everything else and experimented with all kinds of stuff and made it work. Yes, I don't know Yes. I probably know songs from them and don't realize it. Like, Yes didn't have a lot of radio hits as far as I know. I heard they're a phenomenal band with phenomenal musicians, but I don't think I ever got into them. Dan Fogelberg, oh my gosh, Dan Fogelberg is like tearjerker. Beautiful. He had this voice like an angel. When he sang, like, no dry eye in the room, his voice was so beautiful. If you could say about a man, he has a beautiful voice, like Dan Fogelberg. And like the couple of his hits will just make you cry if you sit there and listen to them and you are not a robot or a jerk. Or maybe you'll cry anyway. I'm a jerk and I don't want to cry, but Dan Fogelberg, darn it, you did it to me again. Dan Fogelberg, you hit me right here. I didn't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I like being a jerk. Yeah, leader of the band. Yup. That's one of them. There's like 3 of them. What's another one? Longer. That's the other. I beat you to it. You guys are giving all the answers. I got that one in. Longer than there were stars up in the heavens. See, I'm getting my high register back a little bit. I'll probably be gone tomorrow because I shouldn't be singing until my hoarseness goes away. Now let's drop down. Longer than truer than I've been in love with you. I've been in love with you. You. Okay, I gotta do it. I'm sorry. It's too bad. It's too terrible. I can't hold back. Not with Dan Fogelberg. He's done it. Dan Fogelberg, you done it. It's like truer than any bird ever flew. That's probably not the right chords. I don't care. That's where we are. I don't know what the chords are. I'm in love. Allison, sorry, you're out. You can't be here and not love that song. You have to love it. But yeah, that leader of the band. What's another one? He had that Christmas song that was too cheesy. I did not like that. That song was so like too icky, too like crybaby. You know what it is. It was the right chord. One of them was. A couple of them were the right chords. I will ask Allison the chords and then tell her she's wrong. That's just that's how I do things. You guys want to know a funny channel? You probably already know this channel. I mean, half of you, but you've probably seen it on Facebook or something. But I don't promote other channels because none of the others are good. They're all horrible. This is the only channel to stay on. However, I will make an exception tonight and throw a bone to this. Well, first of all, Dino1027 is the best. Awesome. I'll promote his channel. But I'm promoting one other channel, Zefrank. I don't know how you say it, Zefrank. Z Frank, the letter Z and then Frank, Frank. His animal videos, his wildlife videos, some of the funniest stuff you'll ever see in your entire life. You have to watch them. Just put in Z Frank. Not now because you're watching this. Put in Z Frank. I think it's Zefrank. It looks like it's French, but Z Frank, and any animal you like. Go down his videos, pick whatever animal you like, and watch him do a wildlife video on that animal. And 2 minutes, you will be crying. I think I'm getting better. Like, Not better at guitar, like feeling better. I feel more dexterosity than I did last week. Was it 2 weeks ago when my nose keeps itching, but for all you know, it's not even me playing. It's some guy I'm paying to stand outside of the camera frame and ah. Well, thank you, Allison. I'm glad to be looking better. I think even when I was sick, I looked fantastic, but there was nobody to talk to except the mirror and the pillow, because that's pretty much all I saw for 10 days. And not really even the mirror, but like I saw a lot of the sink. No, and I think he meant to say dueling. Dueling. I challenge you to a duel. Whoever can be the dullest shall win. I will stand here and be completely boring and I will beat you every time. You cannot be as dull as I am. May the dullest man win. We'll face each other, we'll take 10 paces, and then we'll turn and be boring. I challenge you to a duel. It's too bad Dino lives in Oregon. He seems like he'd be really fun to hang out. I bet his whole family is pretty fun. Now I gotta do music too. I gotta do all these things. I have to do all these things. All right, let's see. We can sing some stuff. What should we sing? Allison doesn't want us to sing longer than there were trees up in the meadow, truer than any bird ever flew, wider than any alligator teeth mouth. I've been in love with you. I did that just for Allison. Not that I'm in love with Allison necessarily, although how can you not be? But Michael Bolton, when a man loves a woman, he did that remake like really crazy. Michael Bolton has the most black voice of any white guy who has ever lived. I will give him that. No, I'm not doing Blackbird. That is the hardest guitar. Everybody who starts learning guitar learns to play Blackbird. I did not do that. That was too much work for me. Yeah, Auld Lang Syne. Gross. Now that is a saccharinely sweet ick. Ugh. Get over. No, that's horrible. I don't like that song. St. Alfonso's Pancake Breakers. I don't even know what that is. Maybe I've heard it. I'm going to listen to a whole bunch of music. I'm going to go on YouTube and listen to a whole bunch of music after this. You guys got me all inspired. Maybe we can write a song. Throw out some topics. Tribute Bill Withers. Nah, Bill Withers is okay. The people who remade Lean On Me is so much better than the original. There's so many different remakes. The Lion Sleeps. You really want me to kill my voice, don't you? I can't hit high registers. Let me sing the falsetto of The Lion Sleeps Tonight 2 octaves lower. Ugh, Unchained Melody. I can't even stay in key that low. Okay, I can't even stay in key anyway. But all right, what are we doing? We're Unchained Melody. Let's do that in G. Oh, this guitar stayed in tune from last time, pretty much. What was it? How does Unchained Melody start? Oh, it starts with whoa. Whoa, my love, my darling, I hunger for your touch. A long, lonely time. The seventh. Time goes by, by. So slow, so slowly. And time can do so much. Are you still mine? This is where Bobby Darin needs to come and help me. I need your love. Need your love. Where the chords are. Need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. Lonely rivers flow to the sea, to the sea, the sea. The sea, yeah. Da 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 da. I'll be coming home, wait for me. That's a good key for my hoarseness. Whoa, my love, my darling, I hunger for your kiss. A long, lonely time. Listen to the seventh. Time goes by. All right, give me another song. An Elvis song. I don't like too many Elvis songs. I like Elvis as an entertainer. There's only like 3 of his songs I like. I think it's allergies making my nose. It's every once in a great while, like something just totally makes the very edge of my nose just like, ugh. And it's not a cold. It's not. I don't get stuffed up at the time. It's just this weird phenomenon. Come on, throw some songs out there. I don't know Elvis Costello. I probably do. I can't think of a song though. Throw some songs out. Throw some songs out. Yeah, it could be a mild food allergy. I think I don't know what food is around here, but it happens sometimes at restaurants with certain spices. Ring of Fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. That's a great song to sing when you have to sing low. And the Yellow Submarine. Dino, I challenge you to do Yellow Submarine on a video because I know you'll do it well. And you'll get all the chords right and everything. I think you sing. Do you sing, Dino? I know you play guitar. Color My World. What is that? I probably know that. Oh, goodness. Marjorie Burrito says that I should stop drinking Coca-Cola. And we're gonna make it rated PG. Tiny Dancer. Ha ha ha. That's a good one. But how does that start? Blue Jean Baby. I don't know the chords. That's one I'd have to look up the chords for, or I'm just gonna like fumble around. Any Hall & Oates song. What's that one? She's a man eater. How does that start? Oh, you're a rich girl and you're gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on the old man's money. You can rely on the old man's money. Amy, what you gonna do? I think I could spend time with you for a while, maybe longer if I do. Falling in and out of love with you. Falling in and out of love. I like the harmony there. I don't know which part I want to do. Don't know what I'm gonna do. I keep falling in and out of love with you. That's a great chord change there. Amy, Amy. Who sings that song? Who sings Amy? Oh yeah, watch it. Yeah, Man Eater. That's great. Oh, I came up with that. Oh, Duran Duran sings Man Eater. Well, see, there you go. My bad. Maybe Hall & Oates aren't that good. Maybe it's Duran Duran I'm thinking of. Hall & Oates are slowly getting worse this whole live show. Pretty soon they're just going to be considered not a good group at all. And all of you will agree because you have to. I don't know too many Stones. Oh yeah. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. I can't think of that melody for some reason. It'll soon be here. It'll be better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. What else? What else? What else? What else? We're just getting going. 2 hours in. We're almost 2 hours in. We're going to go another 2 hours. Yep, Loggins and Messina. That's what do they do? That's Footloose, right? Kenny Loggins. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Louis Armstrong. That's a great song to do in your horse. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see her, I see clouds of blue. I see clouds of orange. And I don't know, what are the words to that? And pails of sand, I see them land inside my hand, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky. Also on the faces, people going by. I see friend, I see friend. I don't know the chords. I see friends holding hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, my nose itches, how about you? I da 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 da, la 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 la. I'm just gonna scat without the lyrics. La 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 la, la 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 la. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. More songs. We'll keep going. More songs. Skies are blue, clouds are white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow so pretty in the sky. No. Dino, I love you, but please, no Poison. Poison is not good songwriting or a good singing. Poison is no. Amy Ryan. They try to make me go to rehab. And I said no. Also on the faces of people going by, I see friends working hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll know much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, oh, what a wonderful world. Yeah, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Jam, we should have a jam and peanut butter on bread. Ugh. All right, we'll do John Denver. I actually know all the chords. All the chords to John Denver. I probably can't sing it in this key right now. What is it? How does that start? You too high up. Let's try C. You still a little high. Let's use Sarah's example and capo it. What should we capo it up to? Let's capo it up here and try a C. You fill up my senses. Oops. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest, like a mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a song in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. It's maybe too low. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. Let's try G. Let's see, what was that? That was C, D, E. That was the key of F. So G would be perfect. Okay, let's do G. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest. Yeah, let's capo the G and let's do A. Okay, let's do A. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain. Let's see if the seventh will sound good there. Like a stormy blue, no. Like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. Come let me love you, let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter, let me die in your arms, let me lay down beside you, let me always be with you. then the
Come let me love you. Come love me again.
Big finish.
You fill up my senses like a night in the forest, like a mountain in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a stormy blue road, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses. Come fill me again.
Chills. No. All right, what's another one? Gordon Lightfoot. What is Gordon Lightfoot saying? Give me songs. You can't give me artists. I'm not that smart. Nah, it was okay. Thanks. Though, give me some more songs. More John Denver. All right, Dino, you take it easy. Have a good night. Sound of Silence. I need the chords for that.
Sunshine on my shoulder. Sunshine, sunshine, sunshine. Shoulder looks so lovely.
I need the chords for that too.
Sunshine, my eyes can make me shine. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high. If I had a song that I could sing to you, I'd sing a song make you feel this way. If I had a word that I remember, Copacabana.
More songs. Throw more songs out there, and I'll eventually pick one. Oh, good night, D. Adams. White or shade of pale? I don't know that. Do I know that? Red rubber ball. I know that. Don't I know that? Night the Fandango. Do I know that? I don't know. You gotta throw out a bunch of songs. If you throw out 10, I might know one. The Girl from Ipanema. Bum 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 bum. Cat Stevens. You want to hear Cat Stevens doing a famous hymn? No, I'm gonna mess it up. The chords in that are so good. What is the hymn that Cat Stevens does? Come on, what's a hymn? What's a hymn? What does he do? What does he do? Tell me. Come on. What does Cat Stevens do? Somebody. Purple hat, cheetah print. Aha, there you go. There you go. Victoria got it. Dorcas got it. Morning has broken like the first. Yeah, I can't do the chords for that. There's a morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first day. Da 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 da. I love playing that song and singing with it. For some reason, I can't seem to latch onto the melody just right or the lyrics. I used to play piano and sing that. But I had the chords in front of me. Oh, I'm totally messing that up. I'm butchering it. House of the Rising Sun. How does that go? Leah, this is not a jewelry channel. This is a songs of the 60s, 70s, and 80s channel. I think you found the wrong. But welcome. We like you, Leah. We like you a lot. But you can use jewelry accessories for women's clothing. I believe in you. I believe you'll figure it out. I would use what I would use as a toggle clasp. I would just use like a little, if you want to go really rustic, well, you could get like a little piece of wood, like a little tiny branch, and just sand it and put some oil in it to make it nice and like good. And then use that as the toggle, and then just use a loop on the other side of the dress and toggle it. But you could also get a small dowel. A dowel is like a long piece of wood that's round, like a long cylinder from the hardware store. And you could cut the dowel up, or they'll cut it for you, and then you could sand it. And that could be the toggle for your woman's dress. We just did Annie's song. Where were you? You were here. Oh, yeah, the house in New Orleans. I don't like that song. I kind of didn't want you to know what the lyrics were because I don't like it. Yeah, well, if you could get deer antler, that would be beautiful. But deer antler is hard to come by unless I send you some, or unless you know how to wrestle the deer. Yes, this is the Matt's Crazy Folk Singing channel. But Leah, I hope you're still here. Don't leave, because we like you. We like you a lot. And we will help you come to figure out this dress thing anyway, even though we don't know much about art over here. Yeah, you could use a shark tooth. That would be cool. There's a lot of cool stuff you could do for a toggle clasp on a dress. Sweet talk the deer. Maybe you want to give me one of your antlers. Maybe you're feeling a bit loving towards me and you want to shed one of your antlers for me, Mr. Deer. Mr. Deer, you're looking so fine today in the woods, prancing around in your little fur, the way you do what you do. Maybe you want to, maybe you're feeling generous because you're a nice deer and you want to shed one of those antlers and let me have it. And suddenly I became an Irishman when I want to sweet talk a deer. Froggy went a court and he did ride a cranbro. Froggy went a court. I only know that song from Tom and Jerry. That's how much of a child I am. Froggy went a court and he did ride a cranbro. Froggy went a court and he did ride up on the body side. Aretha Franklin. You're not gonna have me sing Aretha Franklin when I'm half hoarse. It's like the greatest singer of the entire 20th century as far as power goes. There's only one singer better, and that was Whitney Houston. But when it came to power, pure power, it was Aretha. Aretha. I just met a girl named Aretha, and suddenly that sound so wonderful I can't believe. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. What a creepy, eerie song. Remember me to the one who lives there. You have to sing it like the goat singer. Who's the goat singer? That lady who sounds like a goat in the 80s. She once was a true love of mine. La da 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 da. Remember me. You sound like a leprechaun too. To the one who lives there. She once was a true love of mine. Mr. Deer, lend me some antlers. You must do it because I said. Remember when I fed you some food? Now you must hand over antlers now. Good night, Miss Miserable. Yeah, and Aretha sang opera with no notice. I believe it. What you want? Baby, I got it. What do you need? You know I got it. All I'm asking is for this hoarse voice to go away, go away, go away. Is Leah? I hope Leah's still here. I want more dress questions. She once was a true love of mine. La da 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 da. I don't know most of these songs. In case you're paying attention, people throw out 5-10 songs and I only know one of them. I really don't know that much. I don't know much. Now that was a bad singer. That was a horrible singer. That guy with that wobbly, it wasn't a vibrato, it was like a wobble. I don't know much, but I know I love you. And that may be all I need to know. Look at these eyes. I wish I had my full voice back. My friend and I used to make fun of this guy so much. It was so funny. He sounds like a Muppet. He's a humongous black guy. Humongous black guy. He sounds like Tiny Tim. But he sounds like a Muppet, and he sings these love songs, and women swoon of, look at these eyes, so da 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 da. Look at this heart, so da 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 da. I don't know much, but I know I love you, and that may be all I need to know. Come on, what is his name? Everybody knows his name. Find his name. Somebody shout it out. He does Aaron Neville. He does these beautiful love songs with like phenomenal female singers. And he sounds horrible, horrific. Like someone should have never let him on stage. Like the moment he took the mic, they should have been like, cut his mic. Like when he was 14, the first time he got on stage, someone should have been like, there's other professions out there. You might want to look into like, I don't know, accounting. Oh my gosh. Aaron, he sings a bunch of songs, a bunch of love songs. Horrible. I don't know much. And the woman next to I used to love to, I can't do it with this hoarse voice, but it would be like, if I go lower, maybe, I don't know much. That's the same key. I don't know much. So he'd be like, I don't know much. And the woman would be like, but I know I love you. Like all pretty. And he'd be like, and that may be. And the woman would be like, all there is to know. And he'd be like, whoa, 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 whoa. It's like the worst ending to the worst singing of the most beautiful song of the 80s. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm gonna YouTube that after this. I don't know much, but I know that's the woman. The woman sounds amazing. I don't know who sang with him, but I know I love you. And that may be all I need to know. That may be all there is to know. That's the woman. And then he goes, whoa, 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 whoa. He sounds like a drowned Muppet. It's like they held the Muppet under the water at the end. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. So great. It's so, I'm telling you, YouTube this afterwards. You'll be like, oh, he really does sound horrible. How did I not hear that? Because the music is all soaring and the woman's voice is beautiful. It all covers it. But if you isolate his vocals, oh my gosh. Linda Ronstadt. Wonderful, wonderful, beautiful, beautiful. I adore her. I adore her. She can't sing anymore. She lost her voice a couple years ago, and she's like still positive, still happy. I would, if I had her voice and then didn't, don't even want to think about it. But yeah, Linda Ronstadt. She sang this song. It's like this tear-jerkingest song. I don't think she wrote it. I know she didn't, but what was that? Yeah, James Brown, amazing. James Brown, his band, his music, his drum beats. Oh my gosh, the best dance music ever is James Brown. Oh my goodness, put on James Brown song. You can't feel bad. You can't feel bad. You can't put on James Brown song. You know, I did that video about like, you know, if you're depressed, you think of like this, like you need to hear this. James Brown, you just put on James Brown. That guy could have ended the video in like 10 seconds instead of 8 minutes. It could have been like, you know, if you're feeling bad, put on James Brown. Oh my goodness. James Brown, so amazing. I feel good. I knew that I would now. He doesn't even sing that much. He has a good voice, but he doesn't even sing. It's just like the band is kicking. It's just kicking. All he has to do is be like, wah! James Brown is like, he assembles the funkiest, most energetic band ever with the most amazing drummer. And then he just goes, wah! And everybody's like, yes! James Brown. And then he does a little foot thing. I feel good. I can't do his voice right now, but I knew that I would now. What'd you say? Wah! He's like the kung fu of 70s funk. Like, wah! Wah! Papa got a brand new bag. Oh, like all his songs are blending together. They're all amazing. Linda Ronstadt sang with Aaron Neville. That is a travesty. That is, oh my gosh. She was this, oh my gosh. What did she sing? She sang the most heart-wrenching song ever written. What was it? How does it go? I actually learned the chords to it. Don't ask me why. What is the Linda Ronstadt song that is like the most heart-wrenching song ever written? I know you guys will think of it. I know you will. I believe in you. I have to give it like 30 seconds and then 7 people say it at the same time. No, not Desperado. That's a great song. Desperado is the Eagles. Did Linda do that too? Desperado is a great song. Blue Bayou is one of her hits, but it's not the most heart-wrenching song ever. You Blue Bayou. Come what may to Blue Bayou. Well, and the night on Blue Bayou. Oh, I wish I could go that high right now. Yeah, that's like a I'm on an island. It makes you feel like you're on an island type song. No, Linda Ronstadt. I'm telling you guys, she had the most horrifically heart-wrenching song you've ever heard in your life. Ever. Like heart-wrenching. And she belted that like, oh my gosh. Don't it make your brown eyes blue? Did she do that? Everything is blue with her. That's not the song though. You know it. When you know it, you know it. Ba 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 ba. And don't. These are all songs my parents used to play when I was a baby. Don't it make my eyes blue? Long time. Thank you, L. L is Lena. I believe L is Lena. I gave away your secret identity. I'm sorry. Oh, how does that song, Lena? Now you got to tell me the first phrase of the song, and whoever else knows it. It's long time. Oh my. Oh man. Oh freak. Like you can't sing that song and not be bawling. Melissa Etheridge. That's the 80s. We're back to the 80s. No, come on. Give me the lyrics, somebody please, to Weird Al Yankovic's Yoda. Give me the opening phrase to Long Time. Come on, somebody. I believe you can do it. You guys have the Google. I can't go on Google. It will mess up the live feed. Oh, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Oh. All right, now I have to remember the chords. There it is. I got it. Wait till you hear this. Love will abide. Ugh. Chris, right? No. Nobody else talk. I have to keep Chris's lyrics right there. Take things in stride. Sounds like good advice, but there's no one by. Whoops. There's no one by my side. Time washes clean. Love's wounds unseen. That's what someone told me, but I don't know what it means. And I done everything I know. Try and make you mine, and I think I'm gonna love you for a long time. See, everybody comes in at the same time. Everybody got it, but L got it first. Love will abide. take things in stride. Sounds like good advice, but there's no one by my side, and time washes clean love's wounds unseen. That's what someone told me, but I don't know what it means. And I've done everything I know to try and make you mine. And I think I'm gonna love you for a long, long time. Oh, with the soaring violins and stuff. I'm sorry, you guys can keep talking. I didn't mean to say stop talking. I can hold those lyrics right there. Even if you guys keep talking, you can keep talking. There's no, Beverly, don't even start with me. We're getting along for a minute. Don't start. Ugh. What's the next verse? Give me the next verse. I've got to feel this. Hello. I think Allison is mad. Or Beverly, somebody was mad. No, let's sing the sad song. We'll do a happy afterwards. I have a good happy one. First, we got to finish this. What's the next verse? There's 3 verses. They're all horribly sad. Come on, Elle, give me the next verse. First sang with Johnny Cash. That's a weird leap. He's like a totally different era. No, and Allison isn't mad. Someone else is mad that they like Aaron Neville. Beverly, I think. Okay, I'm waiting, you guys. You type out the next, or copy and paste the next verse, and then we'll do it. And then we'll do a happy song. Caught in my fears, blinking back the tears. I can't say you hurt. I can't say you hurt me when you never let me near, and I never drew one response from you. All the while you fell. I guess it's a girl singing. All over girls you knew, never knew, and I've done everything I know to try and make you mine. And I think it's gonna hurt me for a long, long time. Oh, and man, she wails that song. Okay, verse 3, and then we'll do a happy song. Click the link. I can't click any links. I have to stay on the screen. Beverly, that's funny. Okay, you're a comedian. You're full of jokes, Beverly. I see you. Get up on stage. Tonight we have Beverly Wilkinson here. Everybody. She's a great comedian. She's going to tell you some jokes. Get her really angry and her jokes get funnier. Oh, thank you, Chris. Wait for the day you'll go away, knowing that you warned me of the price I'd have to pay, and life's full of flaws. Who knows the cause? Oh, what comes after that? Da 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 da. I living in the memory of a love that never was, 'cause
'cause I've done everything I know to try and change your mind. And I think I'm gonna miss you for a long, long time. And there's her, she kills it at the end. Because I've done everything I know to try and make you mine. And I think I'm gonna love you. I think I totally went out of key there. For a long, long time. I think I'm gonna love you for a long, long time. Do 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 do. So sad, so sad, so sad. A minor sad. It's actually B minor with the capo. Oh, so sad. Let's just like feel the sadness. When she wails at the end, oh, so I've done everything I know to try and make you mine. I think I'm gonna love you. I fall off key when I do that next part. For a long, long time. Long, long time. Long, long time. Yeah, I wouldn't be gruff as much if I was not so hoarse. Okay. Let's do a happy song. What was that one I was gonna? Oh. Yeah, I think that'll be a good key. I can see clear. Nope, too high. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. I can see all the obstacles in my way. Gonna let right powers that had me down. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Da 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 ba ba. Ma da 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 ba da 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 ba ba. Just cut out for a second. I think we're back. Boop ba da ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 da da ba 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 ba. Look all, oh, I don't know that chord right there. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue sky. With this hoarse voice, I sound like, who's the Bruce Springsteen? Blue sky. Bum 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 bum. Ba da ba 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 ba. Ba da ba 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 da ba ba. Ba da ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba.
play Why Andelli. What's that? It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. We bright, 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 sunshiny day. When your nose itches, someone can kiss you. Well, someone gonna kiss all over me if the way my nose is itching. Oh my goodness. And then in the percussion section. It's gonna be a bright, bright. This is the Elvis version. Sunshine day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshine day. Thank you, Karen. Thank you for the elephants. This is the Karen who sent the elephants, in case all of you were wondering. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. Yes, Costume Theory. I had both boxes because I didn't open them until I got them both. And I opened the one and I couldn't even get through it. So I did another video and I still just finished the one. So I have to open box 2 still. That's all I got through. Wait a minute. Costume Theory. Costume Theory. Costume Theory. Are you Barefoot Hippies? Or did you send a box too? I'm so confused. There's all these different names. I think you are Barefoot Hippies. Social distancing. No. We must make the kissing happen. The beautiful love. It's okay. We can all, get sick together. It's all beautiful, all together. Once we're all sick, then we don't need to distance anymore. This is the way. We all get sick. Everybody gets sick, and then we hold each other. And we cough and puke on each other's shoulders. It's the bonding. The puke makes the glue that holds us together. It's a beautiful thing. It's a tradition. It goes back generations. My ancestors used to do it. We hold each other when we're sick. We all get sick together. We throw up. We hold each other tight. We don't let go. We let the throw up solidify. Turns into like a gel, and then it becomes a cement. It's a bond. It holds us together. And then we use it for to patch, to hold the bricks together. Use the vomit when it turns into gel. We spread it between the bricks, holds it tight. It's a bond. It holds our whole house together. It's a beautiful thing. We do not fear the sickness. This sickness brings us together. It holds us tight. Yeah, that's true. There's not really vomiting, but I mean, I had to go somewhere with the story. It's more coughing. Coughing isn't really fun. It's just all whatever. I may be Amish. I'll never tell. Amish aren't allowed to listen to popular music, though, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Part 2 is coming. Oh, look at that. You have harmony, melody, and coda. It's so great. And then you could get a little hamster named Rhythm. It just got very quiet. I'm waiting for more things to talk about. Something smelled funny. I was wondering if it was the pick. Something in this room I just started noticing. Well, goodbye, Chris. I'm gonna wear all of you out. We're going on what are we going on? We're going on 2 hours and 48 minutes. It's started over. It tells me I'm only at 1 hour. I hope the whole live feed is gonna be kept. I don't understand why it's telling me I'm only at 1 hour. I know it stopped and restarted. Hopefully it'll link it all together. This will be the longest live feed ever. Yeah, when I'm hoarse, I guess the spring the boss comes out. The Springsteen, Brucey. It's almost midnight. Yep. There must be a song about that. It's almost midnight on the bayou, on Blue Bayou. I'm going back. I'm going back someday. Come what may to Blue Bayou. I don't like that song. It's just kind of easy to sing. With a ba-da-ba and the da-da-da on Blue Bayou. Ba-da-ba-da-ba, ma-da-da-da-da, la-da-da-da-da-da. I'm going back Monday. Come what may to Blue Bayou. Marjolaine, what do you mean people don't go to church? You mean, are you in, I think you're in Canada, you mean in the US? What's that song? Moonlight. In the Moonlight? Is it there's a song about the moonlight. It's kind of jazzy. I know. What is it? It's coming to me. Well, hello, Australia. You must be just enjoying your early morning or afternoon. What's that song about the moonlight? I can't think of it. Who's the guy who does Brown Eyed Girl? He does a song with the moonlight, I think. Wallaby Lee. Yeah, people put their services online. It's pretty easy. Dancing in the Dark. Yeah, how does that start? Dancing in the Dark. Van Morrison, yeah. How does that start? The kitty cats, they're all outside. They go out, they're nocturnal. They go out and try to hunt at night. Moon dance. It's a marvelous night for a moonlight. I need an upright bass for
Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make one more romance with you, my love?
And the trumpets are like, bah!
Well, it's a marvelous night. Oh,
I just lost the key.
well, it's a marvelous night for a romance. Da 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 da. Da, da, da. Fantabulous night to make romance. Da, 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 da. Well, every time the ba da ba ba da ba ba da 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 ba da ba da ba ba da 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 da. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just have some sweet romance with you, my love? Every time that I touch you, I just tremble inside. You don't know how much you get me back. I can't hide. Dun, dun, dun. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make one sweet romance with you, my love? Look, I'm a crusader I'm like a masked crusader, and I'm a tribal person. Huh? Masked crusader from a cheesy 60s TV show, and I'm from a tribe. What's up here? Oh, I'm an exercise guy. So many things you can do with so little. I should really learn the chords to that song. That would be fun. Can I just have one more romance with you, my love? Can I? Oh, where'd the key go? Can I just make little romance with you, my love? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, doo, 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 doo. Boom, 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 doo, 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 doo. Boom, doo, doo, doo. Bom, bom.
Allison found the chords. Okay, Allison, let's see. I cannot play A minor, B minor, and C minor. I'm not that talented. Let's see, A minor, B minor, C minor. What can we do with that? Let's do it. If we went up one, it would be B minor, C sharp minor, D. No, that's not right. A minor, B minor, C7 major. I don't even know what that is. Thank you for trying, Allison. If you can find it in a different key, that's like, that is a strange key. Maybe I can just figure it out. Yeah, that's right. I think that's it. Yeah, I think you kind of did help, Allison. Ah, that's it. Okay, let's get to Allison's lyrics. Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance. All the stars in the sky above. Well, it's a fabulous night to make romance in the ba-da-da ba-da-da-doo. Ba-da-da 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 I don't hate Bob Marley. Alicia Keys and Bob Marley is pretty much the same person, right? It's kind of the same everything, same categories, same singing. Oh, are we getting tired yet, or can we go all night? All night. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. I remember back on the island, no woman, no cry. I need to rest, but I'm so excited. Fallen. How does fallen go? Tell me the first words. How does fallen go? You guys still go to work? I thought you're all quarantined. Boo. Boo work. Yay quarantine. My sweet quarantine. I want to do Fallen. What's Fallen? Oh, Fallen. Oh, you're talking about Alicia Keys. I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I never knew someone, I love you. Oh, 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 oh. It so doesn't sound so weird as a folk song. I keep on falling. Ah, something else. I don't think I know a Frank Zappa motorcycle. You do speak of the rainbow? No Canadian French up in here. Non, parle français. Pas du tout. Frank Zappa or Queen? I need a song. I can't just do an artist. I don't know if I ever tried playing Queen. Crazy Little Thing Called Love is I think it's a remake of an Elvis song. This thing called love, I don't handle it. This thing called love, I don't. Crazy little thing called love. Oh, this thing called love. Oh, this thing called love. I just can't handle it. This thing called love. I ain't ready for it. Crazy little thing called love. There goes my babe. There goes my babe. Where are you? There goes my babe. There goes my baby. Knows how to rock and roll. He drives me crazy. I love the chords in that. Yeah, he might have had a 4-octave range. Nobody. Well, I don't want to. I won't critique you. You guys believe. You guys give him his 8-octave range. This thing, this thing, this thing called love. I just can't handle it. This thing. I got the first part down. I don't know what comes after that. Called love. I've been on my way. I ain't ready for it. Crazy little thing called love. Pretty woman walking down the street. Pretty woman, the kind I'd like to meet. Pretty woman, I don't believe you. Your love is true. No one could look as good as you. He has a wobble too, but it's cool. It's a cool wobble. It's not like Aaron Neville's Muppet wobble. Mercy. Pretty woman, don't walk on by, pretty woman. It's the harmony in that song that makes it so cool. Don't make me cry, pretty woman. I won't believe you, your love is true. No one could look as good as you. Growl. Okay, in this song we want you to growl and make it sound rich and melodious. Pretty woman, walk on by. Pretty woman, make me cry. Pretty woman, give your side to me. Yeah, I know that melody's all off. Pretty woman, yeah. Pretty woman, look my way. Pretty woman, say you'll stay with me. 'Cause I need you. I'll treat you right. Even going off key, hitting the wrong notes, I sound better than Aaron Neville. Come with me, baby. Be mine tonight. Pretty woman, don't walk on by. Pretty woman, don't make me cry. Pretty woman, I don't believe you. Your love is true. No one can look as good as you. Ah, mercy. Pretty woman, walk on by. Pretty woman, look my way. Pretty woman, say you'll stay. Pretty woman, come and play with me. 'Cause I need you. I'll treat you right. I'm totally making different notes. Okay, what else? What else are we singing? What else are we singing? Oh, let's do Alice. I have to channel my deepest. Love me tender, love me true, all I ask of you. Make my dreams come true. Love me tender, love me true, all I ask of you. I don't know the other words, so love me tender too. Well, anybody still here? Allison is still here. All right, we have 4 more hours to go, and so we have to think of some more songs. What can we think of? Allison has an idea. When the night is come, and the land is dark, and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountains should crumble to the sea. No, I won't cry. I won't cry. No, I won't shed a tear. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, by me, stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, you just dance. All right, I think I will go to sleep now. Thank you, everybody, for being here. It is very nice. We will do this again maybe next week on the same time, like Tuesday, and we will sing more songs. Think of songs you would like to hear. Think of having this melody and these having these lyrics and these songs. Pick many, because every time you pick 10, I only like one, because I am so particularly picky. And You all have wonderful nights, wonderful sleep. Sleep in these. Dream of the beauty of the world and all of the fairy creatures coming to dance upon the moonlight. And I will see you next time. Make sure you get plenty of rest. Stay hydrated. Tell the people you love that you love them. Give them kisses. Unless you are scared to, then just blow them kisses. Blow them. Don't blow them through your mask. Blow them kisses. I'm blowing you a kiss right now. It's very romantic to blow kisses through masks. And we will see you soon. Good night. 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 La 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 la. La 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 la. Bye bye. See you next time, hopefully. Stay tight. Stay healthy.